Good morning. This looks like a Sunday with a crowd. I'm very impressed to see this big crowd to celebrate the feast of St. Joseph. And I'd like to thank Father Peter and the Legionaries and Father Alapari to be here and be present and celebrate this Eucharist. St. Joseph has a special place in my heart because he's one of my patron saints. And what is nice about St. Joseph is that we don't know anything almost about him. In the Bible, there's very few things that is said about St. Joseph. But we know what is needed to know about him. He was chosen for a mission. And why God looked on him? Because he was a righteous man. He was a good man. But good was not enough. He was challenged. He was challenged. And when he was challenged was the time to prove how good he was. And when we read the Gospels, sometimes we think that the lives of the saints are easy. Oh, it's beautiful to read the Gospel, how the angel appeared to Joseph and came to him, and he accepted Mary. Oh, good, beautiful. And we expect that things can happen in that way to us. We expect an angel to come to us in a dream. We expect that maybe Mary come to us and be present to us. And after that, we'll say, oh, that is great. But that miracles happen in our daily lives so often, but we are unable to read them because our high expectations. The Lord knows the way to speak to us. But are we open to listen to him? Yes, Joseph he had a trouble to accept Mary. He was a big trouble to accept the news that Mary brought to him. How easy it is for us to accept the will of God in our daily lives? What really God and Jesus want for us. We have our expectations, we have our wills, and we expect that will be done according to my own will, according to our own will. But Joseph had a dream and he changed his mind and he accepted Mary as his wife. And from there, what happened with him? God trusted in him. He knew that he would be able to fulfill his mission to take care of Mary and Jesus. Look at that, how beautiful, and we don't see sometimes that part. God trusted him. Was Joseph perfect? Yes or not? No. But God trusts in him that he will be able to do his best to protect Mary and to take care of Jesus. Sometimes graces doesn't come to us as we expect because we expect to be perfect. Or we are waiting the perfect moment. No, that doesn't work in that way. He trusts us. He trusts us. And why he trusts us? Why God trusts in us? Why Jesus trusts in us? For one simple reason. Because he loves us. You cannot trust someone if you don't love that person. And he looks at us. And he trusts in us. He believes in us. But the thing is that we don't believe in ourselves. And we are expecting only miracles. No. In the way that we are, in the mission that the Lord is calling us to fulfill in our lives, He called us, and he knows that we will be able to fulfill that mission. With ups and downs, yes, but every time the Lord is there to help us. He loves us. If we don't experience that love, it will be so difficult for us to fulfill, as Joseph fulfilled his mission, to take care of Mary and take care of Jesus. What was the second dream of Joseph? Take Mary and Jesus and flee to Egypt. God didn't show up to Joseph and say, you need to flee, here's the magic carpet, we will put there and fly to Egypt. Boom, landing there, easy. No, he said, take Mary and Jesus and the baby and flee to Egypt. He gave a ticket for a plane? No. What he did, looking for a donkey and walk all the way to Egypt. God promised him a job in Egypt. But he trusted him. And Joseph was able to fulfill his call. Why? Because he knew that he was loved. And with his love, he was able to take care and respond to Mary and Joseph and Jesus' needs. Blessed are those who fear the Lord. What kind of fear is that? Fear to what? Fear to lose his love. Fear to feel empty of his love. That is the key for us. It's not fear to go to hell. It's fear to lose his love. Because love is what moves us to be faithful, to fulfill our mission as Joseph fulfilled his mission taking care of Mary and Jesus. He was afraid. I can imagine going on through the desert with the donkey and Mary and Jesus. But with that, he was able to overcome that and fulfill his mission. We cannot divorce ourselves from our own reality. We need to let Jesus see who we are and help us to fulfill his mission. And knowing that the call of Jesus to each one of us comes in the ways that we never expect. How many times someone has come into you and has been telling you how great you are? And we don't listen. And we say, what happened with this person? It's weird. What is coming with that? It's not an angel. It's a person. It's one who comes with out of the blue, coming to you and saying something good about you. But we don't believe because it's not an angel. How many signs are coming to us every day that we don't accept or we don't listen because we have high expectations, and everything is coming to us in such a way to tell us how good we are, how much we are loved, but we don't listen and we don't believe because we are divorced from our reality and we don't listen to Jesus who sent us that kind of messengers to tell us something good about us. I remember when I was a pastor many years ago, beautiful place up in the mountains, and was a person who was a big guy, was a little bit older than me, and I don't know why he said to me that we were twins. I was like that, he was like that. And he was very nice. And every time after Mass on Sunday, he came and said, "Thank you, Father, for celebrating the Mass. It was beautiful. Thank you." And I said, For many, many Sundays, I didn't get it. And one time after Mass, the same thing happened. And I say, He took me by my arms and started to shake me. I was like, and he said to me, "What are you expecting, Father? That God will send you an angel to tell you that you are good? How many times I have been telling you that you are good and you don't listen to me?" The messengers are there. The love is there. What Jesus wants for us to know is there. But how open are we to listen to them? We need to ask St. Joseph to help us, not to divorce from reality, but to embrace them. And through our own reality in our own lives, be able to discover all the blessings that He bestowed in us through the different events and messengers that He sent every day to us to tell us, "I love you." And when He say, "I love you," He say, "I trust in you." How wonderful it is to feel that someone trusts in us. Is not a beautiful feeling? Feeling that someone trusts us? And that is what Jesus wants us to know. Because He loves us, He trusts in us to fulfill our mission. How? With our own gifts. Whatever we have in our heart is what is needed, no more than that. To make a difference, we don't need to win the lotto. We can make a difference with a penny. But what penny is coming with love is what is needed. We give thanks to God that He called us this day to be together to celebrating this Eucharist in honoring Saint Joseph, humble servant of God, that he listened to God. He responded to Him, and he has the beautiful, beautiful privilege to hold the baby Jesus, kiss Him, and love Him. Could you imagine that? See that? And that is the call that we have, is to embrace the lives that the Lord entrusts to us and love them as He loved us and as He loved Joseph and as he trusts in Him to fulfill the mission. A beautiful one, that through the intercession of Saint Joseph, we will be able to have a very humble heart with the only expectation to be humble enough to be open to His love and care.